Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I'm Leslie Fightmaster, and today's class is Yoga for Depression. And I'm doing this class today because one of our community requested it. Sometimes, you might feel a little bit sad, you might have the blues, but sometimes you don't have any reason to feel sad. And if that's the case, this is a good class for you. Or if you're looking to just feel a little bit more energetic, a little bit happier today, this is a good class as well. Now with depression, it's really important to move muscles. That's one of the most important things that you can do. And we're gonna open up the chest, we're gonna stretch the collarbones, lift the chest, because you'll notice if you are feeling blue or depressed, there's a tendency to kind of round down and have this poor posture. But if you lift and open here, it's really hard to feel sad when you're really lifted and open. The other thing that's super important is taking big breaths. So we're gonna do a lot of pranayama practice in this one, a lot of opening the chest, a lot of back bends, heart opening kind of practice. So don't forget to push the like button and subscribe, tell all your friends, and get 2 blocks, a strap, a blanket, and roll out your mat, get on something comfy to wear. Let's get started. So we're gonna start sitting up nice and tall and bring your hands together in front of the heart. And just take a moment here to set your intention. Remind yourself how awesome you are, because everything you need is already there. You have it all within you, and I'm just reminding you of that today. And any intentions that you would like to set, always your choice. We're going to start with some alternate nostril breathing. So with your right hand, you'll close off your right nostril. And your middle fingers just hold toward your palm. Inhale through the left nostril and then hold both. And then exhale, release the right and breathe out through the right nostril. Inhale right. Close it off and hold. And then exhale left. And inhale left. Close it off and hold. And exhale right. And don't worry if you don't have your hands the right position. Just inhale now right. Close it off. And exhale left. And then inhale through the left. Hold and close it off. And then exhale through the right side. And then inhale through the right. Hold the breath in, close it off. Pull your belly and lift your pelvic floor muscles. And exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Close off both nostrils. Keep the belly lifted, pelvic floor muscles lifted. Exhale right. Inhale and release the nose. And take a couple of breaths through both nostrils. It's supposed to balance out the amount of oxygen that is received by the brain, which is good for depression. So we're going to take 2 blocks. The lower block will go right in the middle of your back, right where your bra strap goes across if you're a lady, or if you're a guy, it's right where you take that bra strap off. Or I guess that's inappropriate. And then the other block is going to go underneath your head. So the second block you might use at the highest height, you might use the lowest height, whatever works for you. And then soles of feet together, knees apart. If that's too uncomfortable, you can take your feet onto the floor instead. And most importantly, still keep your attention to your breath, so that your inhales and your exhales are equal in length. And imagine every inhale, you're breathing in light, bright positivity, compassion, contentment, serenity. And with every exhale, you're releasing anything that you don't need, things that are no longer serving you, things you've been carrying around with you that are holding you down. Let those go. So inhale any lightness, brightness. Exhale things that are no longer serving you. So remember, everything you need is already within you. We forget sometimes, but it's there. And then inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead with your palms facing each other. So you'll stretch out. If that's a little too intense, keep your arms by your sides instead. And then take the arms, sweep them out, around, and down. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over in line with the ears. Exhale, turn the palms out and sweep them down. And again, inhale, arms reaching up and over, palms face each other. Then exhale, face the palms out and sweep them around and down again toward the legs. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, sweep them down. Now take your hands to the outsides of your knees, bring your knees together, bring your hands to your low back onto the floor, press yourself off of your blocks, and move your blocks off to the side, except for one block. You can keep there and sit up on it if you like. Now, we're going to practice sitting up nice and tall, making sure that the back is not rounded. So if your back's rounded, then sit up on that block, and that's going to help straighten your spine a little bit. So if you find yourself rounded, that's just not going to feel very good. So inhale, sit up tall, widen your collarbones, lengthen your spine, and then sweep your arms out, around, and up. Exhale, take your right hand down, reach your left arm in line with your ear, and stretch over to the side. Stretch the left side body. Then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down, stretching over toward the left side, stretching out the right side body. And inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, release the arms. And then switch the cross of the legs. So the other leg is in front. And again, sweep the arms up on your inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right hand to left leg, and twist. So as you inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll the left shoulder open and twist. And then inhale, head to center, unwind, reach both arms up. And exhale, left hand to right leg, right hand behind. So inhale, sitting tall, lengthen. And exhale, roll the right shoulder back and twist. So every inhale, you might be able to get a little more length, and every exhale, you might be able to get a little more twist. Inhale, head to center, unwind. I'm going to take that block off to the side. And wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and table. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone up. So right where that block was in the upper back, move from that place. Exhale, round the back. Now press away from the floor, pull the ribs and belly in. Again, inhale, widen across the collarbones, bring the chest forward, lift the chin and tailbone. Exhale, round the back and press away from the floor.
And press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, bring the heart through the gates of your arms. Draw your shoulder blades gently toward the waist. Exhale, press into the hands and feet. Lift the upper back away from the floor with the belly in. Once again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the back, chin toward chest. And then coming to neutral, walk your hands forward about a handprint, tuck your toes, down dog with the knees bent, arms, shoulders distance, and then start to straighten one leg and then the other. So you'll bicycle your legs here as you stretch out the hamstrings. Make sure you've got a lot of space between your hands and your feet. So if you're not sure if you have enough space, when you come forward to plank pose, your shoulders should be right above your wrists, and that's about how long your down dog should be. So you shouldn't necessarily need to walk your hands and feet between plank and down dog. Let's take the knees down now and into a little child's pose, and then back up onto downward facing dog. Arms and ears are in line. So anytime you want to take a break, please take the knees down. Otherwise, we're going to continue to hold this down dog. And then walk your feet to your hands. Take an inhale, halfway up, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels, or bend the knees. And inhale, press through the feet, reach all the way up, look up. And exhale to Samastitihi, Tadasana pose. And take your feet together or hips width apart. Press evenly through the feet. Now watch if you're rounding your back. So if you're rounding, I want you to really practice rolling those shoulder heads back and lifting your chest. Imagine there's a string attached to your chest and it's lifting up. Now inhale, reach up tall, little back bend, tiny, tiny back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, fold in. Bending the knees as needed. Now press down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up again, just a tiny, tiny back bend. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up, lift the chest. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step back into plank, knees down, and then lower to your belly. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra, press all the toenails down, belly in, tailbone lengthens. Now into a high cobra if you like, or not, stick with the low cobra if that's better on your back. And then tuck the toes, coming to downward facing dog. Arms, shoulders distance apart, feet hips width. Gaze between the knees or the feet, keep your belly lifted. So I have had a lot of experience with depression over the years, runs in my family and everything. One thing I've found helpful are affirmations, and I love Louise Hay affirmations. She's one of my favorites. So here is one for us. I am at home in my body and all is well. Look forward, step your feet forward, take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold, press down through the feet. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, arms by your sides. I am at home in my body and all is well. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, step back into plank pose, chaturanga, knees up or down. Let's come all the way to the belly again. Inhale, cobra pose, little baby back bend. Pull the hands toward the feet or come into a higher cobra, your choice. Maybe up dog, thighs and knees off the floor if you're an up dog. And back into down dog. Stretch all the way back for another affirmation. Nourishing myself is a joyful experience, and I am worth the time spent on my healing. Nourishing myself is a joyful experience, and I'm worth the time spent on my healing. Feel free to take the knees down, take a child's pose if you wish. And then look up. Either step or hop your feet up. Take an inhale to lengthen and an exhale to fold. Press through the feet, rise up on your inhale, looking up. And exhale. Bring the arms back down. Step to the long side of the mat. Turn your right leg all the way out, back toes in a little. Line up heel to arch. Shift from your front hip crease. Reach out and down for a triangle pose. So right hand can come to the shin or the foot or a block. Stretch up through the left arm. Press down into the base of the big toe of the right foot. Lengthen from your right hip through your right armpit. Now take your left hand down to the floor or as close as you can. And then inhale, reach it up and back. So exhale, take it down toward the floor. Inhale, reach it straight up and then reach it back, opening the chest. Inhale, bring it back down any amount. Exhale, stretch it up and over. And hold here for a moment. Keep that arm opening up, bottom ribs forward, spin the top ribs back. Then look down at the front foot. Inhale, come up. Bring your feet to parallel, then turn your left leg all the way out, the back toes in a little. Shift from your front hip crease, reach out and down. So you can always use a block here behind your front foot, your left foot on the pinky toe side. Stretch the top arm toward the ceiling. Line up your shoulders to start, and then start to open up that arm behind you. And then inhale, sweep it forward, reach it toward the floor. Exhale, reach it up and open the chest. Inhale. Bring it toward the floor, any amounts. Exhale. Open it back up. Stretch it back, widen across the chest. Inhale. Reach the fingertips down. Exhale. Open it up. As if you could reach your fingertips all the way back behind you. Stretching across the chest. And then inhale to come up. Bring your feet to parallel, hands on hips. And then take them a little bit closer, about hips width apart. With your hands on your hips, just open your chest. Hands on hips, widen collarbones. Look up a little bit. This is a power pose. So now rounding your shoulders, you can feel how that feels in your chest. Now bring your chest out, roll your shoulders back, power pose. Then take your feet wide apart, toes in a little bit, hands on hips, and fold forward. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, keep the left hand down, reach the right arm up. Inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, stay, or left hand to right foot. Take another breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Now, right hand down, exhale, left arm up. Either keep it there or take it over toward the foot. Going a little deeper, but try and keep the hips level. Bring both hands down. Hands to hips. Inhale, come up with a nice long spine. Turn your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Bring your left toes forward. Square up your hips and shoulders toward the back of the mat. Then take your hands behind you. Either press your fists or your palms together. And squeeze your inner thighs toward each other, pulling the right hip back. Lengthen as you inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hinge forward for Parsvottanasana. So inhale, come halfway down. Lift the shoulder heads without lifting the elbows. And then you can stay right there, not rounding the back, but getting those shoulder blades to move forward like where the block was, as if the block is pressing there gently. Press into the base of the big toe of the right foot. Firm the legs. So even though we're folding forward, we're still keeping that chest nice and open. And then inhale, come up. Take the feet to parallel and then turn all the way to face the front. Square up hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. Make sure those back toes turn to face the front. Line up heel to heel. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Keep the spine long. Come halfway down. Lift the tips of the shoulders up without lifting the elbows. Not rounding the back though. Draw the shoulder blades toward the waist. And then press into the base of the big toe of the left foot as you gaze toward your foot. Keep pulling the left hip back gently. And then inhale, come on up to center. Walk to the front of the mat, release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. And lower chaturanga, knees can be up or down. Come all the way to the floor. Inhale, little cobra, hands by the low ribs. You can stay with the little cobra or into a higher cobra. Or you can come all the way into upward facing dog if you wish. And then come to the knees and sit up on the knees. We're going to practice Ustrasana camel pose. Take a block between your inner thighs, if you've got one. Tailbone lengthens towards the backs of the knees. Hip bones lift toward the lower ribs. Then widen the chest. Roll the shoulder heads back. So you're going to lean back, but keep your chest lifted and your thighs will come forward just slightly. Hands are on the low back. Just let your head go back any amount. Then squeeze the block to come up. That's as far as you want to go. That's perfect. Or you could take 2 blocks to the outsides of the feet. And setting up the same way. Hands on low back, chest is lifted. Remember, tailbone down, hip bones up. So that space between the hip bones and the rib cage, try to get that smaller. Then lengthen, inhale. Start to lean back any amount. Put your hands on the blocks if you wish, at any height. So as you're in this back bend, imagine there is a string attached to your chest and it's getting lifted up so that your hands aren't really pressing onto the blocks or wherever your hands are on the back or wherever it is, that they're lightly there. Thighs are pressing a little bit forward, but inner thighs are spinning back. And keep lifting those hip bones toward the lower ribs, tailbone toward the backs of the knees. Squeeze the legs together to come up on your inhale. And you can keep those blocks there if you like. Or you can keep your hands on your lower back, or you could take your hands to your feet this time if you like. We're still working on keeping the rib cage and the hip bones moving closer together, the tailbone lengthening toward away from the waist as you lean back. As you lean back, press the thighs and hips a little bit forward. So your pubic bone's lifting up, and then that imaginary string on the chest getting lifted toward the ceiling. Tailbone lengthens, creating lots of length in the back. Big breaths. Head can go back any amount. Squeeze the legs toward each other. Come on up. And then this time, let's take a child's pose and rest. So the heart might be beating a little bit faster. Some nice open heart energy. And then back into downward facing dog. Stretch all the way back. Lengthen out the spine. And remind yourself, all is well. All is well. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up. And then exhale, we're going to bring it through for pigeon pose. Now, if pigeon hurts your knee, well, first of all, we want level hips. You might want to put a block underneath that right hip. Or if it hurts your knee, come onto your back instead. Thread the needle with the right ankle just above the left knee instead. If your knee is okay, make sure your hips are level. Make sure those back toes point straight back. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, coming forward any amount. Or you can stay up if that works better for you. And then long, smooth breaths. Letting go of any tension in the neck and the shoulders. And affirming every experience I have is perfect for my growth. Every experience I have is perfect for my growth. And walking yourself up, sweep the right leg back and up, stretch it out, give a nice stretch, and then set it down. Inhale your left leg up, and exhale for pigeon pose, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Now, if your left hip is drawing down, put a block underneath. Make sure your hips are level. That's important for your knee safety as well. Or if the knee bothers you at all, come onto your back, take thread the needle instead. And then make sure the right toes are pointed straight back. Lengthen on your inhale. Come forward on your exhale. And affirming to ourselves, I am surrounded by love and all is well. I am surrounded by love and all is well. Make sure you're releasing any tension that might creep up in the jaw or the shoulders, the belly. Imagine you're breathing right into your left hip, allowing it to relax and open. You may have heard me say before, hips can hold on to emotions that we're not aware of sometimes. So if you have some feelings come up, just know it's normal. These are just old feelings that your body's releasing now. Let's come on up and sweep the left leg back and stretch it out. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull the hands toward the feet or come up into a high cobra or into up dog, your choice. And then tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Look forward, come through to sit. And then onto your back. Let's let the knees drop off to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Or if you'd like, you can cross your right knee on top of your left for a bigger twist. But turn your belly up toward the ceiling so you can get your nice twist. Long breaths. Unwind the spine, come back to center, inhale. And now take the knees off to the left, looking right, and you can cross the right knee over the left if you like. Turning the belly up toward the ceiling and affirming to ourselves, I love myself just the way I am. I love myself just the way I am. And then we'll come back to center and make our way into Shavasana. Let everything completely relax. Release any thought about the breath. Just let the breath breathe you. Relax shoulders, quiet mind, and quiet body. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Enjoy Shavasana. Start to take some longer breaths. Begin reaching out through your arms and your legs. A nice long stretch. And then bend the knees, roll yourself to your right, pausing for gratitude for all of our blessings. And make your way up to seated. We'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. Let's lift the hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communication, sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Our quote today comes from Helen Keller, who said, "We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world." We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. Take a moment here to thank yourself for taking care of your body, your breath, and your mind. See you later.
I hope you enjoyed your practice today. Be sure to drink plenty of water, and hopefully your mood is a little bit more elevated. But remember, if it isn't, and depression is something that you struggle with, yoga is wonderful for depression, but sometimes it's not enough. So get help if you need help. No shame in that. And most importantly, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Subscribe, like, share, and if you can afford to donate and help to support Fightmaster Yoga, there is a link below, or you can go to fightmasteryoga.com and there's also a donate button there. Or if you do any shopping on Amazon, there is a little banner at the bottom, a little button at the bottom of our homepage. You just click it and do all your regular Amazon shopping, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a way that you can help support Fightmaster Yoga as well. So have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.